I can't believe I'm doing this. I have this thirst for blood. I can't believe I'm doing this.
safer places to be than here.
It seems the Priwen are redoubling their patrols in the district. There must be more. The flower's dying. It needs water. Good evening, Mr. Goswick.
I'm okay.
Do you need any...
I'm afraid.
You are not a burden, sir. Healing you...
And you have my
I have to go now, sir. But don't hesitate.
I'm alright. Don't waste your time with me.
Do you require... Despite what you think...
Well, at least...
Goodbye, Miss...
Good evening, sir. I will not let you down, my boy.
Do you need... Well, don't end... Please show me what you have to sell.
Of course. You don't mind if I search your pockets, do you, sir? You won't need any of these anyway. I'm not stealing from you, mister. I'm only redistributing your belongings to people who need them more than you. You see, no one has claimed your body, sir, so it would be such a shame to bury you with your valuables. I will not forget you, sir. And I thank you for your generous donation.
It's locked, all right.
I need my medicine.
Good evening.
How dare you steal from the dead, Rakesh? Is that what...
These people are dead, sir. What they possessed could be useful for the living. And I'm sure they would agree if they could speak.
You should show respect for the dead. What about their loved ones who may treasure these items you sell?
The bodies I watch over are the unwanted and undesired, sir. I would never deprive anyone of their family artifacts.
Goodbye.
It never ceases to amaze me how you, the dead, seem
It's locked, all
peaceful
right.
and lost at the same time.
Here again.
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening,
Pepper, are you
To become a nurse was a little girl's dream. But in the end, I don't feel that useful. I want more. I want to make things change.
But you're doing something important here.
For all the patients who need your help.
We save lives, sure. Each time we send a cured patient home, it's a relief beyond words. But since the epidemic, I feel so powerless.
What steps are you prepared to take to feel more useful?
I don't know yet. My sister believes that the real fight is in the streets nowadays. Maybe she's right. Maybe this is what I must do.
And what about Milton Hooks? Does he share your point of view?
For Milton, any change means more comfort and more peace. I disagree.
If you feel that saving lives is not useful enough, perhaps it means that you've lost faith.
On the contrary, my faith has never been stronger. Maybe we are all just too proud to face up to the fact that science cannot compete with God.
Do you need med-
I'm far...
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Damn. The pain.
Good evening, Mr. Elb.
Evening.
Fear and disgust on every street corner. Damn. The pain. There again.
Good evening, Milton.
Good.
Do you know that Nurse Hawkins is thinking of leaving the hospital?
That's not a surprise. We've talked about it already.
Does it not bother you?
Sometimes I think she may be right. We should run away while we can. Question is, where can we go? Where is it safe?
I'd like to see...
Wise choice.
Good.
Wise.
Cosmics came here in the first place.
It's locked.
We are.
Weapons ready! Fire! Watch out! It's flash! Away! Best stay back, sir. Touch its head! Bloody He's onto us! Bloody leech!
Get the fuck out, you crazy bastard!
Are you all right, sir? What are you doing in a place like this?
I'm not sure that's any of your business.
I hope you realize that staying here will put your life at great risk.
Pah! I'm not afraid of these guards of Priwen, or whatever these thugs call themselves. I can still kick some respect into those youngsters.
I wasn't specifically referring to them, but are you really after these men? Why?
They took my boy! I've had no news since he joined that crazy gang. So I decided to come and find him myself, to get some answers.
I see. But as I said, your life is at risk if you stay here. And I'm not referring to the gangs either. You should leave, sir.
Well, this part of town used to be nicer, let's say. Perhaps you're right. This isn't the best way to save Andrew.
There is a name engraved under the blood on the back of the case. Jack Gillingham. Maybe I should return this watch to his family. Are you
Young man.
Feel it coming in my bone.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Why must it always be a good evening?
I was just being polite. I'm Dr. Reed. I'd like to ask you some questions, if I may.
Don't like questions. Or doctors. And the name is Seymour Fishburne, if you must know.
Any chance you can help me find Sean Hampton?
The sad saint. Why would you talk to that cunt?
Actually, that's confidential.
Really? Well, go ask someone else then. I'm sure Tom Watts will gladly answer you.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
A shithole filled with maggots. Liars and thieves, all of them.
Are you thinking about someone in particular?
Nope. Hate them all. Especially these petty, whining little shitbag beggars.
Is there no one who deserves your leniency, then?
Well, Tom from our local is somewhat of a decent bloke. At least, unlike most maggots, he knows how to listen without opening his trap.
What's your occupation? You seem upset. Is something bothering you?
I lost the necklace I bought her. I'm a fucking idiot. A worthless idiot.
Sometimes it's hard to be a good son.
I just want her to smile. No, I was thankful for her patience, appreciated like... God knows she deserves it.
Do you require medical assistance?
That's something I didn't...
I don't know which kind of doctor you're used to dealing with.
And is it your purpose as well, Mr. Reed?
Goodbye, Mr. Fishburne. Hello, boy.
Hello. Good evening.
Did I scare you? You have nothing to fear from me.
No, it's just that people prefer to avoid me.
Well, I won't. I'm a doctor.
My name is Rufus, sir. Rufus Kingsbury.
Are you alone? Where is your family?
I don't have any. My parents are dead.
So you have no home? You're sleeping rough?
No. I mean, yes. I live on the streets. I have no home.
This city has abandoned so many of its children. It's tragic.
I've known worse. I'm not all alone. I have Mrs. Fishburne. She's been very kind to me.
Why do you think she's so considerate?
I can't say, sir. I guess she's a good soul. Sometimes it's like she replaces the mother I lost, even if we're not related.
What can you tell me about this region?
It's all about staying out of trouble. But since most people prefer to avoid me, it's pretty easy.
Why do people avoid you?
They call me Rufus the Curse. Around here, I'm a bit of a bad luck charm.
Have you ever thought about leaving?
Where else would I go? At least I know these streets and some people around here. This is my city, for better or worse.
What do you do around here, Rufus?
I listen to the news on the docks, sir. And I smile at those kind enough to spare me a bob.
Do you have a job?
It's hard to work, what with my head and all. Since I was a boy, I've always had trouble remembering what I do and why I do it.
What do people say about this place?
Things have been tense between the wet boot boys and the communists. They both feel they should run the docks.
Do you know a man who lives in this part of town? A man named Sean Hampton. I'm looking for him.
Sorry, sir. I don't know a lot of folks around here. Most prefer to avoid me.
Well, I don't think you should talk to him. He may be very sick.
Thanks for the tip. You might want to check the Turquoise Turtle. It's a pub not far from here. The barkeep knows everyone in these parts.
Do you need help?
A real
A real doctor treats everyone the same.
I don't know what to say. Thank you, sir.
So long. Evening, Rufus.
Evening, Mr. Reed.
Good evening, madam. I'm Dr. Reed. Could I come in?
Why? What do you want?
I work at the Pembroke Hospital. I'm investigating the flu epidemic in this area.
Oh, the Spanish flu. Well, that's quite liberal of you, Doctor. But this is no time to be knocking at people's doors.
The disease takes away the good people too, madam. Why not let me in?
It's Mrs. Fishburne. Stella Fishburne. And yes, indeed. Why not let a doctor in? Please don't stay too long, sir.
It's locked.
Gentlemen are easy targets in these parts. So you...
Yes, among other things.
Forgive my rudeness at the door. It's just my son doesn't like strangers coming in the house.
How is life around here?
Life has always been hard in the East End. But it's everywhere nowadays, isn't it?
Do you think the increase in violence has anything to do with the epidemic?
Don't know. But it's most likely linked to the gangs, if you ask me. Recently, it's like everyone has had to pick a side.
Violence has always fed on poverty, don't you think? It's a cruel law of the human condition.
And selfishness is their rotten fruit. These days, you can just die in the gutter and no one will bat an eye.
May I ask what you do for a...
Since my husband died, I worked at the Dawson Rope factory, but it closed before the war. I occasionally help at the night asylum, in exchange for food.
Did your husband die in the war?
Oh no, my Jack was a docker. He died when my Seymour was just a lad. The poor boy saw his dad slip and fall from that scaffolding.
How do you pay the rent, then?
My Seymour works at the docks, just like his dad. He's very attached to the house he grew up in. It's not always easy, but we get by all right.
The orphan that regards you as a mother. Please tell me about him, Stella.
You mean Rufus? I wish I could do even more for the poor boy. Most people are so selfish.
But you're not.
Years may have passed, but I haven't forgotten how it feels to go through days with nothing but an empty stomach.
I'm trying to locate Mr. Sean Hampton. Do you know where he could be?
You talking about the one everyone calls the sad saint? The man who takes care of the homeless?
The very same, Miss Fishburne.
I'm sorry. I don't know where his shelter is. But if you ask around, I'm sure you'll get your answer.
Mrs. Fishburne?
I am afraid...
Then let me give you a...
I thank you for your...
Goodbye, Miss Fishburne. Take care of yourself. Evening, Rufus.
Evening.
So long, Rufus.
Mark my words, miss. These murders are the work of a vampire.
A vampire? Whatever do
Not
you
a
mean?
drop of blood left in his body. This is the work of a vampire.
A vampire hunter.
You best be off to your hunting then. For if the sewer dog is back, and hunting all these poor folk, he needs a catching.
A sewer dog? What's it look like?
It's an old story. A monster with daggers for teeth and icy claws. He comes of a sudden, nighttime, claiming innocence, then vanishes.
Teeth, claws, murders by night? Your sewer dog is my business. He's the kind of prey I hunt, milady. Good evening, sir.
And what do you define as a strange event? More to the point, who are you?
My name is Ichabod Throgmorton, vampire hunter extraordinaire and warden of the East End.
A vampire hunter? Really?
I know what you're thinking. I'm just another lunatic howling at the moon, but I'm not. The bloodsuckers exist, and they're close.
Mr. Throgmorton, I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'd like to hear more about these vampires you're hunting.
A man of science? Well, I'll be glad to enlighten you.
What can you tell me about this neighborhood?
Did you hear about what happened to Jack Gillingham? Oh boy. It's a shame I wasn't around to protect him.
It's impossible to protect everyone. The violence seems endemic in this part of town.
But it's my duty. I am convinced Jack Gillingham was killed by a vampire. These evil rodents are spreading like a plague.
So, how exactly are you protecting these people? I'm curious.
I patrol late at night, investigating anything unusual. I try and encourage people to stay indoors, but people are careless.
Can I help in any way?
Actually, yes. I plan to put up posters to alert the population to the vampire threat.
Are you asking me to paste posters about vampires around the docks?
If you wouldn't mind. If you did that, then I can focus on my patrols.
How do you identify a vampire?
It's simple, really. They can't stand daylight. They're afraid of garlic and holy symbols. They also cannot enter a house without being invited.
Have you ever killed one of these creatures? Yourself, I mean.
Of course I have. What kind of question is that? It's a dirty business, believe me.
Have you heard of the Guard of Priwen?
Of course. They're dedicated hunters. A little militant for my taste, but they do let anyone join.
Were you ever tempted to join the Guard yourself?
I did think about it, but I'm more of a silent hunter. They're more of a sanitary militia.
So you hunt alone? That sounds risky.
Vampires are just like every other predator. They hunt when they're hungry and follow certain patterns. It's just a matter of observation and patience.
Do you need my...
Actually...
See you later. Goodbye. Good evening, Mr.
Doctor...
I'm looking for Sean Hampton. Can you help me, Mr. Throgmorton?
The sad saint? He should be at his night asylum at this hour. But I cannot tell you how to find it, sorry.
Really? Why is that?
It's nothing personal, Doctor. I'm sure your intentions are good, but people who sleep there... they have plenty of reasons to hide.
Maybe at least you can tell me who could help me find him.
Tell you what, go and chat with Tom Watts. He's a bartender and good judge of character. If he talks to you, then it's fine by me.
I could make you tell me, but I respect your refusal. You really believe Sean is a saint, don't you?
All I will say is this. Gossip has it that when he was a child, he was molested. By a priest of all people. Funny thing is, though, it only strengthened his faith.
Goodbye.
With the epidemic, no one dares go outside.
Sam.
Good evening, sir.
What?
Don't you recognize me? We met a few nights ago.
Dad.
Yes, you had definitely drunk.
I'm Dyson.
Surely you must have had dreams.
Sure. I wanted things to change. To really change. And to change for good. The bigger the dream, the harder the fall.
Sounds like you were an idealist, which is honorable.
No, sir. I was an anarchist and I believed that exclusive property is a robbery in nature. I wanted a new world to rise from the ashes, Dr. Reed.
Do you really think the world is that bad?
No, I believe we all can choose to make it better. But most of us are too weak, too corrupt and too guilty. I failed for sure, but others will come.
I want to know more about your past as an anarchist, Dyson.
I'm still an anarchist, Doctor, make no mistake. I just reject violence as a tool to change the world, unlike my comrades.
Do you still see your comrades, then? Even if you don't agree with their methods anymore, I mean.
No. I hope they'll come to share my point of view one day. I'll raise my glass to that splendid idea.
Do you believe in a bloodless revolution, then?
I do not believe in much anymore, Doctor. But I'll admit I like your idea of peaceful change. I like it a lot.
What do you do for a living, Mr. Delaney?
I drink. I drink in the morning and at noon. I drink at night. And then I drink some more.
Why do you drink so much?
Maybe it's because I prefer dying slowly. Death can be so abrupt. Personally, I like to see mine coming at my own pace.
You sound very sad, sir.
That's because I am, Doc.
Don't you work at all?
I'd love to, but I don't have the time. Didn't I tell you? Drink in the morning and at noon. I drink at night.
Is there anything in particular that you like about this part of town? Except for the cheap drinks, I mean.
How dare you say such a thing? I love this neighborhood. So friendly. So joyful.
No reason at all to rejoice, then? Life is hopeless and then we die, is that it?
Let me tell you a story.
All right. Go on.
A few years ago, when I believed a resolute man could change things around here for good, a tragedy occurred nearby.
What kind of tragedy?
It was a bomb. Bomb that exploded and killed many people. Metal and blood everywhere. Shouts, fire, broken window of the shoe shop, the torn streetlight.
You lost people you loved that day, didn't you?
I've lost everything. But you know what the worst part is? I don't even remember where it happened. I've drunk so much to forget it, and now I can't remember where it was. I can't pay my homage to the dead.
I'm sorry, Mr. Delaney.
It's okay. If you ever find the place, just leave a flower for me there. Even if you tell me where it is, I'm not sure I'd memorize it.
Is there anything... Why are you so...
Cynicism is the polite way to express despair, Doctor.
I think I'm losing my mind. I should just run as far away from this place as I can.
Goodbye. Good evening, Mr.
What?
I'm looking for Mr. Sean Hampton. Do you know where I could find him?
I really don't know. I heard he'd been abducted. I don't know if he's back.
Who could tell me then?
About the sad saint? I'll try asking Tom what's about him.
Inebriation aside...
Yes.
I will... Goodbye, Mr. Delaney.
Are they stupid or something?
Like these, a good
I've never
drink's
even
just
been
as
to
likely to
India.
cause a problem as to solve one.
I think I'm losing my mind.
Damn it. I think
Just
drink
run
no
as far
longer...
away from this place as I can.
Good evening, Mr. Delaney.
What? Oh, you're that doctor.
drink's just as likely to cause a problem as to solve one. I should have offered a drink to the boy. Be he cursed or not, he's just another lost orphan. Perhaps I should shut the turquoise for a time. Times like these, a good drink's just as likely to cause a problem as to solve one.
No one will ever know what I did. I'm gonna die with blood on my hands. No one will remember me.
Dog's fault, they say. Then the gang.
Good evening, ma'am.
Who are you?
As I just told you, I'm a
The Pembroke Hospital, you say?
I'm not here.
Miss Edwin.
What can you tell me about your work?
I'm a businesswoman. I buy and sell things, and I send my wet boot boys after anyone who don't play nice with me.
Gang member and shopkeeper. Can't be easy running double shifts.
If you're interested, I may find use of a doctor who can freely walk across the city, you know.
I'm not interested in a career in the criminal underworld, Miss Cox.
Fair enough. Stay away from us then, if you don't want to get hurt, or worse.
Since my return from the war, I don't feel that concerned by threats, knives, or even bullets, if you must know.
That's exactly what that stupid trade unionist claimed after he attacked one of us. Booth and I reminded him a bullet beats words every time.
You're quite blunt, aren't you?
I like people who know what they want and say what they think. This is a time of great opportunity for those ready to embrace their destiny.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
You can't trust anyone around here. As soon as you lower your guard, you can be sure some arsehole will take advantage of you.
Really? Don't you think that's a little bit excessive?
Bastards, all of them. This region only responds to violence and threats.
You sound like you're thinking of somebody in particular.
Take the gravediggers of Southwark. They must pay me every week, but it looks like they forgot who gave them permission to steal from the dead.
Looting corpses in a mass grave. That is a new low.
Whatever. Hey, since you're a doctor and all, maybe you can access that forbidden area and remind those bastards what they owe.
You still use your husband's name, Edwina. Why is that?
Why shouldn't I? He may be a bloody bastard, but I'm still his wife and his name means something round here.
Are you aware of what happened to him?
Yes. I'm sure he fought till the end and looked death in the eyes. The boys will mourn him. Except one of them, maybe.
Can I offer you...
Give him...
You're right. I give free medication to those who come. I'm looking for Mr. Sean...
The sad saint? I heard he was mugged or...
Yes, he was. But...
You don't say. Well, I suppose it's good news for the homeless and the useless. Ask them, they must know something.
Can I...
As long as...
Good.
Dr. Reed.
Do you need my... Treating a vamp... Goodbye. And... Good evening, Miss...
Hello again.
Can I offer you my...
Kevin.
Perhaps I would. Please, take this. You'll feel better.
Thank you. But don't expect me to owe you anything.
Goodbye, Miss Cox.
Times like these, a good drink's just as likely to cause a problem as to solve one.
Evening, miss.
Well, I never. That's a
I'm much...
Welcome back.
Sabrina, tell me...
I love Tom. Not ashamed of it.
Who's mocking you?
I mean, we're always...
Does Tom?
Yeah, but he's always reluctant.
Miss Cavendish, would you be willing to help me?
You better ask Tom, sir. We respect...
Goodbye, Miss Cavendish.
I should have offered a drink to the...
Good evening, Tom.
Good evening.
You remember...
Of course.
Thank you for your...
I'm still...
Sabrina.
I like...
What is Bob?
Sabrina.
Tom.
I heard this...
The important thing is
Why not try his night asylum? He takes care of those who need a meal or a roof there.
Where is it?
It's in an old warehouse, northwest of here. Just follow the bank to the west and go north when you reach the end of the pier.
I believe he returned to his flock.
Oh, I bet you're right. Sean can't help but what...
Please, tell me.
Well, I don't like to gossip, but I heard that the sad saint was abandoned as a baby in front of a Catholic orphanage in Dublin. That would explain his faith and need to help everyone.
Goodbye, Mr.
Piece of shit! Better go home, sir. Don't come burn You'll pay for that! Over there!
Seems like the guard of Prewen is on Sean Hampton's trail.
Crush the leech, boys! Die, beast! Bloody monster!
This is despicable. I can't believe I'm doing this. I have this thirst for blood.
Get in weapons ready! We found one! Eat this! Want some of this? Burn it, boy! I'm Trust the leech, boy! Die, vermin!
The wounds on this corpse are deep, the result of rabid rage. If this is Sean's doing, he's become a murderous beast. This is despicable. I can't believe I'm doing this. I have this thirst for blood.
Here's one of them! Watch yourselves!
Oh my god! We have to stop it!
Fuck, he's dead! I'll send you to hell! Let's pin it down! I hate leeches!
Sorry, sir. No evidence.
is despicable. Good evening, Mr. Thorpe.
Dr. Reed!
You've never faced, let alone...
No, I'm not. I may embellish the truth concerning...
You mix your beliefs with myths. In the end, you're no better than the other lunatics howling at the moon.
Well, that's not true, sir. I've already faced one of these creatures.
Oh, really? And you're still alive?
We did not actually fight. I let it go.
What do you mean?
I entered the vampire's den. The stench was terrible. I was ready to kill it. But then I saw it. Just a suffering soul like you and me. I spared her.
Tell me about the vampire.
It was... She was a girl. Her body was a mess. I could see pus running from the deep wound. She was crying in pain.
You cared about her. That's what defines us as human, Ichabod.
Yes, but she was a truly evil creature. I'm haunted by the tragedies she caused ever since I spared her.
Goodbye.
Are you certain you're not lost, sir? You seem quite a stranger to me. I know I've got something that'll strike your fancy. If not, I'll find you something.
Good evening.
Rest assured, I will help you, sir.
Your merchandise. I don't really see it.
None taken, sir. But please, I need to eat.
Why not?
There's always the...
There is no...
I don't feel like...
I'm looking for...
Easy care.
Something.
Sorry.
Let me...
Not...
Tell me about... How...
Jack!
Young man.
I don't...
There's no shame. Show me what you have.
Please, sir! Come and have a...
Good evening.
There's no...
Goodbye.
Are you certain you're not lost, sir? You seem quite a stranger to these parts.
Good evening, miss.
Don't he... I never...
It's locked. Jack is dead, miss.
Of course he's not. I've seen him.
Tell me...
I know.
This is...
Of course...
Tell me...
I know.
This is not your doing, Miss Gillingham. You do not...
Of course I don't, Doctor. I've done nothing wrong.
Enid...
I've not...
Jack is dead, Miss Gillingham.
Of course...
Enid, have you really no idea?
I've not...
Jack is...
Of course... Oh...
Is...
My...
I'm...
So...
Do you require... I'll see you later.
Jack, my son, he got killed. I remember all my life. Oh, the joy, the love. What a life. Thank you.
There's no need... It's all I've done...
You really are convinced you did nothing wrong?
You can blame my folks for that. They taught me never to...
So it's
6 feet...
Is that
when
you...
I haven't got... Come and have a gander.
It's locked. Good evening.
Good evening.
Have we met before?
No, but I just...
That's quite just.
Sir?
I'm looking...
What is... You...
Is it what, really?
I drank...
You...
Those... What a waste of life. I only managed to be hated by all the people I loved.
Good evening, miss.
A fancy.
And what about...
You want...
I'm looking...
Miss...
He was...
I see.
Locked, that's...
Mother was... I'm...
Just...
Some...
What?
Just... On the...
What?
I don't believe...
Don't you think...
I believe... My poor sister. What will happen to her now that I'm gone? Giselle, I'm so sorry.
This must be a picture of the bomb explosion Dyson Delaney spoke of. It's locked, all right.
Why the long face, Doctor?
Is it all that worries you, Sean? My long face? Really?
This is a blessing for me, to become a Skal. Immortality gives me more time and energy, if truth be known, to run a shelter. What more could I want?
Since you left Pembroke, The amount of blood that has been shed, it's hard to believe you, Sean.
Ask what you will. As the Lord is my shepherd, I will not speak a lie to you.
Aren't you afraid?
We are blessed, Doctor. Can't you see it? The Lord has made us able to walk amongst the plague and aid those that need it.
Do you think this is a blessing when God's own house...
If that is your burden, Doctor, so be it. But I do not fear the cross.
But you...
Know not your scripture. Whoso eateth my flesh and drinketh my blood hath eternal life. And I will raise him up at the last day. So...
Why return here?
This is my home. These people are my flock.
Wonders never cease.
And what of you? A vampire doctor? Meals laid out before you?
And what about William Bishop? He tried to take care...
Alas, poor William. He had a good soul, but was weak in spirit.
Why did you kill Miss Jones at the...
Killed old Harriet? You must be mad, Doctor. Why would I do such a thing?
People have been murdered. I've seen the blood. I don't believe you can be trusted.
Have a little faith, Doctor. If you will follow, I will guide you to the light.
How do you plan to do that?
Take this key of the old sewers. The entrance is by the riverbank, south from here. There you'll find all the proof you need.
Very well. You have definitely intrigued me. I hope you're right, Sean.
I'll be here when you return. If you still think I'm a threat then, well, I'll surrender myself to your judgment.